scenic rim in Queensland, coming to you live on Wednesday, the 3rd of December. I know I'm early. I'm about 5 minutes early, but you know what? I was sitting here waiting for the clock to tick over to 3:30, and I thought, you know what? I'm going to jump on early because I've got a few things that I need to talk about anyway. So I'm sure that there'll be the notification that I've gone live. And so while people are popping in, I will just have a little bit of a chat about what's going on. So first of all, we have mini catalog pre-order for us as demonstrators. Okay, so we are getting our hands on the brand new products. And I have to say, we have some stunning suites and bundles in our new catalog. So when you get the notification that I've gone live, jump on, say hello, let me know where you're watching from. Chime in if you have any questions that you want to ask. Please feel free to ask. And I am going to use brand new product today. So how exciting is that? So we are able to order from this new catalog, and it's not going to go live until I think it's about the 6th of January. So it's a fair time to wait. Like, I mean, God, we've got Christmas and everything to get through before that. But if you absolutely love some of these products, the best way that you can get your hands on them right now, well, the only way that you can get your hands on them right now is to join my WildHeart Crafters community. So, and that's by just purchasing the starter kit. So in the starter kit, you can put some of these brand new products in the starter kit. So there's a couple of things that I wanted to let you know. So we have had a clearance rack refresh. So our last chance products has been updated, and there is so much over there. So I'm actually going to share my screen and show you what is actually over there on sale. Like, there is so many things for sale. So let me see. Hang on, I've got to make sure I'm sharing the right thing. What am I doing here? Can you see that? Can anyone chime in and let me know? Can you see that large on the screen there? Can you see my online store? So hopefully you can. So a couple of things I wanted to talk about. So clearance rack for a start. So where to find the clearance rack? When you go onto my online store, go across the tabs on the top and you will see specials. And you will see last chance products. So when you actually click on the last chance products, you will see that we have some awesome chance products here. So if you see anything as I'm scrolling through, then definitely scan that QR code there and head on over to my online store and get your hands on these bargains. So actually, can I bring it up a little bit bigger? There we go. Let's bring it up a bit bigger so you can see. So as you can see, so many of our Christmas things are in the last chance products. So that just means that the December catalog is going to end at the end of this month. So therefore, everything goes on to last chance products in that last month. So you can see there is some of our awesome brand new things in our December mini catalog that you can actually purchase right now. So even more reason to purchase the starter kit and put some of these bargains into the starter kit. So lots and lots of Christmas products, Christmas sweets, absolutely pages and pages of these awesome bargains. So some things are reduced up to 60%. Which is really, really awesome. Some things aren't reduced that much, and some things actually aren't reduced, but they're in the last chance products, which means that they will be going. So that means that at the end of December, when our catalog finishes, the mini catalog finishes, they will be going. So, so you can see absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous products in there, and at a really discounted price. Now, these products are available while stocks last. Okay, so so don't wait. I can tell you, don't wait, because now how am I? I'm supposed to. Things have gone crazy here. How am I supposed to not share that screen? How can I get rid of it? Remove. There we go. I I don't know, Restream's updated and it's doing weird things. So anyway, you can scan that code there on the screen and that will take you straight over to my online store. As I said, go to that specials tab, click on the specials tab, and hey Janie, lovely to see you. So click on that specials tab and you will you'll be able to get your hands on those awesome products, which is fantastic. Now we have a virtual card retreat that's coming up. Now, if anyone did the virtual album retreat and loved it, because I know I did, we now have a virtual card retreat that we're going to do, and it's going to happen on the 22nd, I think, to the 24th of January. And it is an event that Stampin' Up! Is putting on, and it is going to be absolutely jam-packed with cards. I think we make 15 cards. I think that's what they said, 15 cards. But it's everything's going to be in your kit that you're going to need. All of that. You're going to get an exclusive stamp and die set, paper, ribbon, embellishments. It's all going to be in that kit, and you can choose to do it on the weekend that they do it. But if you're not available on that weekend, it's totally okay. You're going to get the recorded content. So you will be able to catch up on it later on if you're not available at that time. I will be holding an in-person event here in the Scenic Rim. So if anyone wants to purchase the virtual card retreat from me, you can come here and we can put it together here together, because that's what I will be doing. So it's the 22nd to the 24th of January, and that's actually going to go on sale on the 10th of December. So 7 more days, 1 more week, and you'll be able to get your hands on that virtual card retreat. And I'm telling you, you are actually going to love it. Absolutely love it. Hey Deb, yep, you've seen me here again. Yep, I'm on here once again. So we've got some really great, awesome things that are happening. And as I said, anything that you like, any of these brand new products that we're able to get our hands on right now, you can join my WildHeart Crafters team and be a part of my crafty community. And you can put any of the sale items, so anything that's in our last chance products that's reduced in price, you can put in the starter kit. You get to choose $235 worth of product, and it's your choice. There is no set starter kit. It is your choice, and you only pay $169. You can scan that QR code there, but if you want more information, please don't hesitate to give me a call. I am more than happy to chat with you and let you know what's involved, and you physically don't have to buy. You don't have to do videos like I do. You can physically be your own customer, which is really, really fun. So don't forget that option is there. All right, so let me now get organized, because here is the brand new catalog. So isn't it just superb? Isn't it just the prettiest thing that you've ever seen? I get so excited when I get new catalogs. I can't wait to craft with them. So this afternoon, I am actually going to craft with some of the brand new products out of this catalog. So I can't show you the inside just yet, but that gives you a little bit of an idea of what it is like. So the first thing that I'm going to do today is I'm going to use this gorgeous suite of products that I showed in my unboxing video. We are using the Nature's Symphony dies and the Nature's Symphony stamp set, and the gorgeous paper, which is called Nature Walk paper. Now, I did show this paper the other day, but I'm going to show it again just in case you missed my unboxing. And you can see I'm using this. I said when I did my unboxing that I absolutely love, love, love designer series paper with scripty writing on it like that, with that texture look. I absolutely love it. So the first thing I wanted to use was this piece of paper out of it. But we've got some gorgeous paper in this pack. So that's... I've got them with the reverse side and the other side. So there you go. So we've got some really nice, and that's the one that I'm using today. And it's got a beautiful crumb cake on the back. Pretty peacock. We've got some gorgeous colors in this pack, which is really, really pretty. Okay. But there you go. This paper is just so full of texture and absolutely a lovely, lovely paper pack. All right. So I've gone ahead of time and I've cut a few things out to get ready to create this awesome card for you today. So as I said, this is brand new product that is not yet available in our online store as a customer, but it is available to us as demonstrators. So you can get your hot little hands on it if you decided to join my team. So, all right. Now I'm going to use Petal Pink and Old Olive, and I've also got Pecan Pie is the other color that I'm using here as well. I've gone ahead and I've cut a few things out. Well, I've cut my base layers and things out, but I've got a few things that I want to do here on screen with you. So I've got all bits and pieces cut and ready to go. I think that's everything. All right. So as you can see, I've got this gorgeous designer series paper. And as I said, I absolutely love it when we've got that scripty font on a piece of paper. I just think it's really nice to add texture to your background. I've got a couple of pieces of cardstock here ready that I'm going to die cut some pieces. And I think the thing about this set is that it is just so full of texture. That's the one thing that I think has got me the most, because the designer series paper has got texture, the dies has got texture. So let's get organized. So first of all, I'm going to fold my card base in half, and then I'm going to make sure that I've got the right piece for my insert, because I've got two pieces here. So I've got to make sure I've got the right piece, because one piece on the front is smaller than the piece on the back, and that's the smaller piece. So that piece is going to go inside. That's going to be my insert. So I'm going to just pop that aside. So as I said, Petal Pink and Pecan Pie I'm using. So this is the piece that I'm actually going to use on the front. Now I've cut this one down a little bit smaller than what I would normally do. So for the people that are in my basic foundations of card making, this is the next layer down from our black contrast layer in your template. So if you're not in our basic foundations of card making, I'm telling you, you don't know what you're missing out on. So it's actually the next size down. So I've cut it down a little bit smaller than I would normally have as my contrast layer. Now, there is this cute little die in here, which is really, really, look at that. Okay, so I'm going to show you what that cute little die is going to do on this layer that we're going to put on the front. Okay, so let's just bring that in there. Sorry, that probably just made a big clang. So we're going to run this through a couple of times on this piece of cardstock. So just randomly, we're going to place it around, and you're going to see the magic when I do the first one. Okay, and look at that. So it cuts like a little texture piece. Oh, I've got something on my finger already. It cuts like a little texture piece in your cardstock, which is really, really super cute. So I'm just going to randomly do that again. I'm going to do it a couple of times. I feel like they needed to give us more than one of these. Or a bigger bit, I don't know, a bigger bit so we can get them done quicker. But I'm going to run this through a few times. But anyway, so if you're a demonstrator out there that's watching, or a hobby demonstrator, did you order this set? Is this something that was on your wish list? Okay, so what I'm doing here is just creating a little bit of texture in behind what I'm going to put on the front. And I'm so sorry that I've got my phone on loud. And it's someone from Sweden calling me, so I don't think they need to call me. One of those scam callers, do you think? So hello everyone, thank you for joining. Please let your friends know that I'm on and I'm live. So if they want to catch an awesome crafty session, message your friends, tell them to jump on. All right. See, I've been missing in action, and now like this is twice this week already. Can you believe it? I've been on twice. Hopefully I'm going to be on a little bit more often than what I have been. So my life has been just a tad hectic, but things seem to be slowing down a little bit, which is nice. All right, so I've done that, and that's all I'm going to do on there. Okay, I'm going to take my pieces of designer series paper, the pieces of cardstock that I have here. I'm going to cut out my pieces. Now, I only want a part of this, so I'm actually going to, I've just cut a piece big enough that that is going to fit, because I only actually want that piece there. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to line that up there, and I want a couple of these. And we'll run that through. What am I sitting on here? Dies and things. Okay, let's run that through. You've missed me. Well, thanks, Deb. It's nice to know that I'm missed. I know I've had several people calling me up going, are you okay? I'm like, yes, I've just got lots of things on. And yeah, I know it's not like me, but life was just a tad hectic. All right, so I've got that. I'm going to do a second one of those. Grab my take a pick tool to get that out. And we'll pop one on there. And I think that's about all I have to die cut out. I think that's it. All right. I'll move that out of the way. I'm going to put my dies back in my die packet so I don't lose those. That one, especially that little one there. All right, let's put that one in there and that one there. Okay. Oh, there's one more piece. Sorry, there is one more piece. I nearly forgot. There's one more piece that I have to do. So I've got this little strip of Pretty Peacock, and we're going to put this die on it, which is a little, it's just going to put some little holes in it. Let's run that through. Okay. And as you can see, it's just popped some little holes in it. So can you see how the texture is coming just by using these dies and getting the holes in it, the lines with the dies? So it's a fantastic kit for all of that. So let's do that. And I'm going to pop that back in my case so I don't lose any pieces. Okay. So this is the stamp set. So this is the new packaging that we have as well. I'm actually going to use, sorry, hang on. I've got the wrong stamp set. Have I got the wrong stamp set? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I've got the right stamp set. What am I doing? Anyway, all right. So I am going to use, see, it's new stamps, so I'm not used to the names of things. I am going to use this stamp here, and I've got the little leafy stamp out because I thought I might actually use that as well. So let's bring this back in. All right. So we have this for our front layer. So we're going to pop this along here. So I'm just with my liquid glue, and I've cut that just the same width as what the front layer is. We've got that. I've then got this piece that we did the die cutting with, so I'm going to add some glue to that. And that is going to sit straight across there like that. Theo, he was in here, but he's gone again. He was in here when I first started. Okay, so now we've got our leaf part. So we're going to use our scissors, and we're just going to trim off this little piece down here. So no one's going to know that it had that second piece, but we've got one leaf piece. So you can have a bigger leaf piece, or you can have that smaller leaf piece by just cutting off that little piece off the side. And then, of course, I've got these cute little embellishment pieces here and here. Okay, now I've got the thank you stamp out of this, and I think I'm going to do that in, will we do it in Pretty Peacock, or will I do it? No, Old Olive. I had Old Olive out. I did have Old Olive out. Like, I was like, why am I changing my mind? I already had Old Olive out, and that's what I was going to use. Okay, let me see if I've got a thinner piece of Yes, I do. Okay, so this is very vanilla that I'm using. I've got a thinner piece, so I'm going to use that because it's a tiny, tiny little sentiment. Now that I've got it out, it's not that big at all. So now when you're going to stamp on something like this, you need to get standing up, which is what I'm doing, and you need to get right over the top of it so that you can see exactly where you need to stamp, and you'll have no problem getting that teeny weeny little stamp on there. Okay, and I'm going to trim that. All right. Now for the inside, as I said, I wanted to use a little texture stamp. I absolutely love when we get texture stamps like that. So I'm actually going to do some tone on tone stamping, and I'm just going to add a little bit of texture just down in here. Now you may barely see that, but it's enough texture just to add a little bit of interest down in that corner. And I'm just going to stamp another bit down there. Okay. All right. Now, then we've got this cute leaf. So I thought what I might do is just do one like that. And then without re-inking, a second one, and you get that second stage stamping there. Okay. All right. Now it's time to assemble. So as you can see, quick, easy card. Like honestly, just a strip of designer series paper, a bit of cardstock, and some die cuts. And then I'm using the petal pink on the inside because of how dark the pecan pie is. All right. I'm going to decorate all of this first because I like to make sure I've got everything just the way I want it before I actually put it onto my card base. Now, type into the comments, do you pop your first layer straight onto your card base and then build it from there? Or do you build everything first and then pop it down onto your card base? Type it in the comments. Do you do it like this before you put it on there? Or do you put your first layer down and then start building when it's already stuck to your card base? Okay, so I'm going to do that like that. And this one is going to come down the other way. And then my little sentiment is going to sit over the top of that and cover up where those two pieces join. I'm going to add a little bit of dimensionals on behind my sentiment. And pop that up. Just like so. Okay. Okay, so Sue's saying, depends if there is not a lot, you glue first. Yep. Elizabeth saying she builds first. Leanne says, like I'm doing. Colleen builds everything first. The only reason why I build everything first is if we muck this up, we have the opportunity of being able to redo it again before we've got it stuck on the card base. But, you know, it's everyone's own preference. Everybody has their own idea of what they want to do. But I do like to build first and then pop it on my card after. Now, of course, you all know me. I'm a bit of a dimensional junkie. I don't like anything to sag by the time the recipient gets it. So I like to have lots and lots of dimensionals in place so that it all stays popped up. And, you know, when you pop up a sentiment, you're going to pay extra for the postage anyway. So you may as well really pop it up and really make use of paying that extra postage. Okay, so we've got all of those off. We're going to pop that onto the front of the card. Now, when I do the dimensionals, I rest my fingers underneath and then I hover over the top to where I think that it looks pretty even and exactly where I want it to be. And then I just push with my two thumbs and pull my pointer fingers out. And that's easy, the easier way to actually line up a layer on the front of your card. Now, these are the embellishments that go with this beautiful suite. They're called faux bronze pentacons. Faux bronze pentacons. You don't like it to sag either. So yeah, I'm afraid to say that I'm a stickler for making sure that it definitely stays where it should. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to do one there, maybe one up. Ooh. Oh, there. Oh, lost it. Oh. And I think maybe just one. Actually, I'm going to put one down here too. I just think it's going to look better. Okay. Oh, if I can get it off. There we go. Okay. Now, you're going to go, is she all right? I'm not going to put a bow on there because I think this could, even though we've used Petal Pink, I think it could easily be a male-themed card as well. I mean, Petal Pink, males wear pink these days, and a spritzing of Wink of Stella, and there you go. Look at that gorgeous card. Beautiful shimmer and shine with the Wink of Stella. How's that? Would you like a quick second card? Would you like me to create a second card? Type it in the comments and let me know while I pack this up. Would you like me to create a second card? I've got to make sure I'm off by 4:30 because I've got to go to the gym. I've been going to the gym with my daughter, which last night I didn't think I was going to survive after last night. The gym class was like, oh, my Lord. I think the lady didn't really realize that I'm not that fit. Absolutely, yes, please. See, lucky I was ready. I knew you would all say yes. I knew the answer to that would be yes. All right, so I've gone ahead of time with this one as well, and I've done a few things. So I've got the Greenery Lane dies and the Greenery Lane stamp set. I've got my stamp tool mounted up, ready to go. So I'm going to stamp this leafy piece in Secret Sea. I'm going to ink that up. And I'm going to stamp that on there. Okay, so we have that. I'm going to ink up the sentiment and I'm going to stamp it on. This is Lost Lagoon that I'm using here. I'm going to ink that up and it says here for you. So we have that. All right, now I'm just going to pop those aside. Now, this is the washi tape, so the one that I showed you in my unboxing. So I've got a piece of cardstock. I'm going to cut that out. I need that to cut that out, so I'm all sorted there. I've got a piece of cardstock that is cut. I'm going to fold this because that's my insert piece, so I've got to make sure that I'm going to pop that on the inside. Okay. So I'll pop that on the inside so I know it's my inside piece. I'm going to pop this on and I'm actually going to trim it afterwards because this is going to be a panel on the front of my card, but I am actually going to trim it afterwards. So I've cut this at 3 3/4. But what I want to do is, and if you get any bubbles, just run your finger over it. It will come out. Run your finger over it. You can actually pull it back up again. If it's crinkled somewhere, you can actually pull it back up because it's washi tape strength of adhesive. So it's not actually too hard to pull it back up. So I'm just going to cut that and I've stuck it on my sentiment layer and I hope I don't cut my sentiment there. Whoops. Okay. So I'm just going to cut along there. And I'm going to cut along that top piece. And the reason why I decided that I would trim it after I glued this on is if I don't glue this on straight, it's going to look like I didn't glue it on straight, you know, like, so, and I'm sure that you're all going to agree, like, you're going to go, well, hey, that doesn't look quite straight enough. So, and I want this piece to be a little bit smaller anyway. So, so I decided, so I cut it at 3 3/4, which is a normal layer, and I want to see some of my card base behind it as well. So I'm probably going to cut it. That's 3 1/2. So I'm going to cut it to there. So see, I can cut it with that designer series, with that washi tape on it. Totally okay. And I think I'm going to take it down to 3 3/4. Okay. So no one would ever know if you didn't do it straight. Okay. So, so if you are wanting to do something like that, use that hack. Like, honestly, just put it on a bit of cardstock and then trim it down to the size you need it. All right. So that is going to go on there like that. Okay. We are going to cut these out with our die cutting machine. So let's bring in the cut and emboss. And we'll cut those out. Okay, now this one's going to poke in behind. So I've got a piece that is not quite big enough for that, but that's totally okay because I'm going to tuck it down in behind my sentiment. So you're not going to see the bottom part of it. So it didn't really matter that I was going to cut that off at the bottom. Okay. And that there. And my plate. Get that nice and straight. Okay. And hold my breath while I put that down so it doesn't move. Run that through. Okay. So we have, where did I put my take a pic there? We have a gorgeous leafy piece. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so we've got that. And we've got our stamped leaf that we did as well. Let's pop those back into the case so I don't lose them. Okay. Now out of the way. All right. Now let's see what we have. So I think on my insert, I'm going to stamp that leaf again on the insert in Secret C. So it's going to bring some of the front to the inside. I always like to do something like that, take an element from the outside to the inside. So once again, we're actually going to do that second stage stamping. So we're going to do one, then without re-inking, we're going to do a second one there. Okay, so you get that nice faded look there with that. All right, so let's glue that on the inside. Like so. Okay. Now for the front piece, I'm going to get that out of the way so I don't get ink all over me. For the front piece, we are just going to, let me just crease that again so it sits better. Okay. So we've got this, we've got this, we've got this, and we've got this that's going to poke in behind. So this is cloud cover that I've used. So I've got Lost Lagoon, cloud cover, and Secret Sea. And then I'm just going to pop that on. And I'm probably going to tie just a twine bow because I think anything, I did have the cloud cover. You tell me what you think. I've got the cloud cover that I could use as a bow, or I've got this gorgeous twine that I could use the white and the gold. So type it into the comments what you think I should use. So first of all, I'm going to pop this one up. So the cloud cover ribbon or the very vanilla twine. So we're just going to add dimensionals on the back here. And I've finished that pack, so that's always wonderful. Okay, so twine, twine, twine. Okay, so it looks like twine might be it. I do love that cloud cover ribbon, but I think twine might be the way to go because I think it will go with the style of the card, like not too overpowered. Okay, so we've got that, and we're going to adhere that onto the front, and it's level with the top and level with the bottom. Okay, so that, and then I think I'm just going to put a little twine bow there. What do you think? I think that will be quite cute. All right, I might just do a bit of Seal Plus there. No, it's not going to stick to that. Okay, let's do some liquid glue. Well, there you go. Seal Plus is not going to stick to that washi. So we've just learnt something there. Okay, so I'm going to sit that one there. And I always like to have things protruding out over the edge of a layer like that. It just gives it a bit more interest when you see the card put together, because it's nice for them to be poking over the outside there. I'll pop some glue on this one. And we'll sit him down a little bit further, like that. And then I think I'll pop up my sentiment, because I can. You all know me. I like to have quite a bit of dimension in my cards. No, I didn't build before this time, did I? I didn't think I could muck up 3 bits. Oh, sorry, 4 pieces. I didn't think I could muck that up, Sue. All right, so I'm just going to pop that on there like that, and we will grab our twine. If I can find the end, that could be interesting. There it is. Okay. Now with twine, I like to run my fingers down the twine to relax it out. And I'm just going to tie a little bow. This has got like a gold thread through it. So, of course, when you run your fingers down it, the gold thread tends to want to separate, but you just cut that bit off. Okay, so we've got that. I could have even used the black twine, you know. Okay. Oh, I think that's just super cute. All right, now I need a glue dot. I'm going to use, there's a little glue dot here. I don't have glue dots in my drawer at the moment, but this is one out of a kit. So I'm just going to, don't ever throw these away. These are out of kits, and you can use it. Well, I might struggle with it, but we can do that, and then you take the backing off it. The reason I don't use them is because trying to take the backing off is super, super hard. There we go. Got it off. Okay. I mean, people that use the kits all the time are probably used to them, but yeah, I struggle with trying to get that off. All right, now, just bear with me. I'm going to grab, I'm just going to grab some embellishments that we had yesterday. Because I think these would go superb with this card. So these are the Moody Palette Glossy Dots. It goes with another suite, but I just think that that we could use the gorgeous cloud cover ones, or we could even use the darker ones here too, the Secret Sea. I might use the darker ones just because I can. All right, so I'm just going to try and get some more putty out on my take your picture. There we go. The putty wasn't playing nice with me before, but now I've got it. Okay, So I'm going to use, I always like to use like some of these darker embellishments because they just look really striking on a layout like this. And I'm going to probably pop one there. And there we have it. So a little bit of Wink of Stella. You all know me, can't have a card without Wink of Stella. We'll pop some on the inside. And there you go. Card number 2. What do you think? How good was that? 2 cards in one afternoon. I'm really excelling myself, aren't I? I'm trying to make up for lost time. See, I've been missing in action so much that I'm trying to make up for lost time. I'm trying to get everyone to go, it's okay that you were missing in action. So brand new product this is from our January to May, I think it is, mini catalogue. So if you want to get your hands on any of these products, you can get them right now in a starter kit. So if you are interested in joining my WildHeart Crafters team, I would love to invite you into my crafty community. You can scan that QR code there on the screen, or you can use the link in the show more box down below on YouTube or in the description of this video if you're watching over on Facebook. So thanks for hanging out with me again. It's been super, super fun, and I'm sure I'm probably going to jump on again this week because I've got so many brand new things that I can't wait to use them all. So which one is your favorite? Type it in the comments. Which one is your favorite? Is the Lost Lagoon one your favorite, or the first one that I did with the Pretty in Pink? Sorry, not Pretty in Pink. Petal Pink and Pecan Pie. So which one, the first card or the second card? Type it into the comments and let me know. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I will be back again soon with another crafty session. Have a great day, everyone. I will